I was struggling because I was trying so hard to fit into the Korean culture, but I made the decision that this year I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to do what I want and not care too much about other people's opinions of who I am.
Welcome to the Melanated Files. In this series, we highlight and share the stories of black people from across the globe. Remember to subscribe to this channel for weekly videos and also follow us on social media for regular updates. Let's get into the interview.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Melanated Files. My name is Ranzo and today we're joined by Miya. We are in Seoul, another story for you guys on this mission of repairing the image of black people globally. A very, very important mission. Thank you guys so much for watching. Miya, thank you so much for joining us today. So tell us your story. First of all, what's your name, where you're from, and why did you come to South Korea?
My name is Miya. I'm from Gary, Indiana in the States.
Okay.
I'm 26 years old and I've been teaching here in Korea for almost 2 years.
Okay. All right. So why Korea? Like, why did you decide to come here?
Long story, kind of. So
Okay.
I think my initial introduction to South Korea was from YouTube.
Okay.
I saw another teacher. She was teaching English in Korea. She was a teacher.
Okay.
Maybe 2012, 2011.
Oh wow.
So long time. 2012, I think.
Okay.
She was a black woman teaching in South Korea, but specifically in this video, she was at a wedding, and I was like, it was interesting. The groom was Korean, the bride was black, and I was like, I had never seen anything like that before. I'm like, they're in Korea getting married, a black woman and a Korean man. This is interesting. So I continued to watch her videos and find out more about her, and I was like, this is something that I can do myself. Like, I always wanted to travel, so to be able to come here and travel and teach English, when I did more research about the types of programs I could do, it made me want to do it. So
okay, so it was like what, 6 years after seeing that video you made the move?
Yes.
Okay,
so there was a journey. So from how did I get from that video to here, right? I started learning Korean. I mean, like, once I knew Korea is where I want to go, I looked up the programs. Okay, EPIC program is an option. These are my options. I can do public school. I can do private schools. So I was really intrigued by the language. So I started learning Korean language at home on my own, like just through the internet. And I would say I'm pretty.
You're pretty good now, right?
I'm pretty good.
Maybe fluent now, or
I don't think I'm fluent. I would say fluent. My friends always like, she's the one. It's her.
So you're conversational then, at least.
Yeah,
right?
I'm conversational.
Okay.
Yeah, I can understand, which is good and bad, but that's another that's another story. But so I started learning Korean on my own, online, and then at college I worked for the international office, and I specifically worked with Korean students. I met the we got a new director of Korean affairs, so I met with him. I sent him an email. He was like, okay, I want you to be like my assistant student for the Korean students. So my job was to welcome the Korean students onto the campus and take them on trip, go with like chaperone, pretty much. They're grown with like chaperoning them. And then I got a job maybe a year after that working in the writing center on campus. So most of the people who are coming to the writing center are international students. So it kind of overlapped the jobs. So some of the students who I knew, we would go on trips on the weekend. I see them for the week, and we're like, let's do this paper.
Korean students,
Yeah, there were other students, but Korean students, they would come feel comfortable because they knew me already.
So after you did that, you decided that you wanted a teacher, and then
there's another. Later. So 2015, I came to Korea and studied abroad for a month, a summer program at Hanyang University. It's called Hanyang International Summer Institute. So for 1 month, you come to Korea. I studied Korean. I took Korean grammatical structure. Really sounds really hard. It was pretty hard. But then I took intermediate Korean as well. So I got 4 credits for school.
Okay, nice. And then you came to Korea?
And then and then after that I went back home. There was so initially there weren't that many Korean students on campus until after that my director came, so he was bringing other students. So then we got a Korean club, so I helped with that. We had events on campus, and then I graduated 2017 from college, and then I knew as I was doing at the end of my college career, okay, that's the goal, to go to Korea, right? So I was already revving up. I'm getting my letters of recommendation and things together, and I graduation ceremony was December, and February I was here. February of 2018.
Okay, wow. You're just like, you know,
I knew what I wanted.
Right?
Yeah.
So how's it been so far, actually coming here now, living here and teaching? How's that been for you?
It's been really good. I struggled a little first year because the work environment is different than what I'm used to. I think one problem that I had the most was the fact that I wanted to be really close. I expected to be really close with my coworkers, but it was a little bit of a barrier. I don't know.
Why, cultural or language?
I think cultural, not really language, because they would speak to me in Korean, so I was speaking Korean, but there was, I don't know, maybe, I think I was trying too hard to be, maybe, I don't want to say be Korean, I hesitate to say that, but I was trying to really immerse myself into the culture, and I think I kind of lost myself a little bit, and it caused me to become a little bit sad. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So you said earlier that you understood language, and it's negative and positive. So you hear things that you don't want to hear.
Yes, I do.
Like what, for instance?
On the basic level, you hear 외국인, which means foreigner. So I always hear that, and it's frustrating to hear. I hate it. It makes me feel like it's not a bad word. I'm a foreigner. They're telling the truth, but to hear that, it makes me feel like I don't belong here. I stand out. There's something different about me. I shouldn't be in this country. Oh, 외국인. I hear it. I was on a field trip. I got so upset, and I'm just walking with my students, and my students, they know me, right? So they're whatever. They're comfortable. Another school students were there, and then they see me, and it's havoc. 외국인, and they're oh my god, and then I'm just really? I'm so offended, and I'm speaking in Korean to my coworker, and I'm oh, this is annoying. Yes, I'm a foreigner, so I'm so what does that mean? And she's laughing kind of beside me, but I hear the teacher scold them, you need to be careful because obviously I can understand what they're saying, and I'm upset. So yeah, that happens. Okay. Another thing, once my friend, we were in Sejong, the city we're from. I have 2 other black friends who I hang out with the most. And I didn't hear it, but my friend heard that someone said, are we in Itaewon or are we in Sejong? As if to say...
Oh wow, I understand.
Because Itaewon has all the foreigners. I wish I would have heard it because... I always think about ooh, I could have clapped back.
Oh,
or I'm not even clap back, just say something in Korean to acknowledge. I can understand you. I wish people would be more careful and not say things. I've been called the N-word, in Korean, the Korean equivalent, which it was late at night, some guy in passing, he just says it, and okay, I'm going home. So yeah.
Okay. So your experience overall, has it been largely positive, or?
I think so. Yeah, it's been positive.
So what is it like being a black woman in South Korea?
It can be exciting at times. People are always interested. They want to know more. They want to ask questions and find out where I'm from. But sometimes it's the media contributes to stereotypes. So they approach me with
preconceived notions.
Yeah, preconceived notions. They expect, she can sing, she's black. They're Whitney Houston, oh, she's black, you're black, you should be able to sing, or you can dance, or things like that. So that's the hard part.
What's your ambition for life here? Your goal, the next 3 years, what's your objective?
I think there's a few things that I want to do. I want to travel more. I go to, on the weekends, other cities, but I want to travel more to learn more.
Within
Korea?
Okay.
Yeah. And maybe modeling, because I would be interested in at least stepping my foot into modeling since I'm here, and Okay, so next 3 years, traveling more and modeling as well, right? I don't know if I'll be here for the next 3 years, but we'll see.
What is it in terms of just your goals, or just the experience so far?
As what's the question?
In terms of, because you said you don't know if you're going to be here for the next 3 years. So is it just because of like maybe moving on, or the experience so far you're just like,
maybe I'll move on. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I miss the part of my family is the thing that I miss the most. But if my family lived here, like I would be fine. Like I love it here that much. Like I feel not completely, because obviously the things that I mentioned before, some of those things as a foreigner, but it's comfortable. I feel safe. That's the biggest thing. It's safe here.
So tell me about your experience as a teacher here. What's that like, teaching?
It's good. I've grown, I think, as a teacher. When I first got here, I didn't have much confidence, and I'm not a person that likes to stand in front of people, like public speaking. So when I remember like the first few classes I taught, I was like really timid, and my teacher complained, just said, "Maya, you're speaking too fast." I speak fast, but I'm nervous. So you're speaking too fast. The students can't understand you, things like that, and I kind of made me like reflect, like, okay, I need to allow myself to be more comfortable in the classroom. So I think my students are comfortable with me. We're comfortable. I've done it so many times that I feel good. I was just thinking in class the other day, as I'm walking around with my students, comfortable. I'm teaching. It's fine. I can sit in front of these 25 Korean students, 6th graders, and just teach and be comfortable. And
Okay. What do you think the overall attitude is towards Black people in Korea, based on your personal experience?
I think they don't know enough. I think it's maybe a blank canvas, and the people who do know, they know based on like hip hop, like media again. But I think they have an open mind. I would like to think they have an open mind to learn more about us and really get to see us individually and not what the media says. Because I know there's things about Koreans in the media, and it's like, there's not reality. Like the things you see in dramas, the men aren't all like fawning, and we're real people. Like, I'm a real person. I don't speak a certain way all the time, or dress a certain way all the time, or wear my hair. I might change my hair. This is who I am. So I think it's positive. It's positive.
Yeah, I think it goes to show the power of media.
Yes,
right.
It does.
I was doing a live earlier, and I was just talking about the power of media, because it's like what you see. So it's like people gravitate towards this country because of what they see in the media.
Yes.
It's like when you think about Japan, for instance. Like I got interested because of anime, and it's media. It's a form of media. So the power of that. And the thing is, when it comes to Black people, largely it's negative. So it's almost like this powerful thing. It's just pure negativity, right? And it's having the same impact on people, just like the K-dramas that you might see, or anime, or some other different form of entertainment that people consume, right?
Yes.
So it's like, so let me ask you personally, what do you think we could do as Black people to maybe change our position in the world in terms, or progress further, or combat the images that we're seeing in the media on an individual basis and then collectively?
I think we just need to continue being ourselves, like, and not try and fit in, I guess, because like when I first got here, I was trying to fit into the Korean, like my hair was initially, I had a pixie cut, I guess. I had cut my hair like right before my natural hair, before I got here. So when I got here, I'm not seeing anybody else with short hair, women with short hair. So by April, I got here February, by April I was in a wig. I was like, I can't, like I don't see myself. I don't feel like accepted in this hair. People are giving me looks at the club once. I think people thought I was gay, not to talk bad about gay people, but that wasn't me, so I didn't want to give off that vibe. So I changed my hair, and I was experimenting with makeup, doing different things. But I think I came to the conclusion, like, I need to be myself. I'm never gonna be Korean, so I can just be myself and be comfortable in what God created me to be.
Because you're accepting who you are, right? And
that was a big lesson, I think, of last year for me.
Okay. I'm glad that you progressed to that place, right? You're like, you know what?
Like, I'm me. I have my hair wrapped and my big earrings, and my students, teacher, your earrings. Right? They're not happy. No, they're cool, right? I have big earrings. I like my big earrings.
All right, so what do you think about the image? What can we do? Like overall, not just in Korea, but like on a global scale, to improve our position, right? Because like as Black people, usually, one of the reasons why we want to hear experiences is because we know the general like idea or what the media shows, right? So we're a bit concerned, like, what are they gonna think when we go there, right? So what do you think we can do to make this like a non-issue in the future? Maybe, I don't know how long. Optimistically 10 years. People are gonna laugh in the comments when I say that, right? But at least changing that, so when we go to a place, it's just like, oh, another person. And we don't have to worry about this overwhelming negative stereotype, to try to like overcome that before you can actually connect with a person on a human to human basis or level. What do you think we can do?
I think we need to tell our own stories, things like this channel. So if we're more involved in the way we're being portrayed and not letting other people tell our stories, then we can hopefully, if enough of us do it, and like be willing to share who we are as people and not what other people perceive us to be, then we can make some change, make some waves.
Yeah, I concur with that. Because I think a lot of people, if they don't have the experience, I think they lack something there, right? They can't truly like share it, right? Because like it's almost like, where do you take it from if they don't have that experience within themselves, right? They're gonna have to maybe, I don't know how they can really identify 100%. And then there's the next thing too, where we've been exploited for so long by other people. It's one of them. It offends me, right? And it's like that thing. And so I think that's important as well, right? Because we feel, so if you're gonna show yourself like on social media or something, you're gonna like, you know what, okay, let me make sure this is accurate. And sometimes people might even try to make it look even better than it is. Had a filter on an IG, or let me just like give this blemish, right? But still, it's like, if we're telling our own stories, we're more critical, right? Like, okay, you know what, is this the truth that we're sending out there? We're not gonna send an overwhelmingly negative image consistently with clearly an agenda. Right, and that's what we're living in, the world that we're living in. But the good thing is, and this is my hope, that because social media is everywhere and it moves so fast, hopefully, you know, people will catch on, and we don't have to wait like another century before we can just like don't have to worry about the foolishness when we travel, right?
Yes.
Right.
I hope
so, right. What's something that you would say that you're good at personally?
I am good at writing. I will say that.
Okay, nice.
Amazing. I have a blog. I'm a good writer.
Okay, what's the name of your blog?
It's called the website is miyamarieonline.com. But and it's, I think.
Okay, so the blog is on the website, right?
It's on,
Okay. So like, what do you like writing about?
I started the blog when I got to like February of this year. So I've been like writing about my experiences. I wrote like things I like about Korea, things I don't like about Korea.
It's like a travel type blog?
Kind of. There's other stuff, like, because I joined a church this year. Because I struggled last year trying to find a church, and it was like my spiritual is off. Like, I need a church now. Jesus. So I found a church. So I write about like my growth. Since started going to church.
Okay, nice. So it's more like a personal journey. Any advice for people who want to learn Korean, like people that are struggling with the language?
The website that I used initially is called Talk to Me in Korean. So that's the website that I used. And it's really like good. They have PDF files, they have audio files. You could listen, you could download the files, and just, I think it's a lot of input at first. So you need to take in, you need to hear the language. And if you like dramas, you like watching movies, find Korean movies, find Korean dramas. You like music, listen to the music. There's other things outside of K-pop. Like, I listen now, because I go to church, I listen to Korean like worship music. So there's ways to do it, and within your means.
So input more, and then output comes eventually.
Yes, I think because I live here, right, I'm surrounded. So maybe I'm not studying as much as I should have, because I'm seeing it constantly. So
and you hear, so there's still an input, right? It's like real life input type of thing, right? What's the philosophy that you have in your life, like something that drives you?
I have the control. If I can change my mind, I can change my life. That's something like that. Like, if I can change my mind about anything. Like, when I first was last year, I was struggling because I was trying so hard to fit into the Korean culture, but I made the decision that this year I'm gonna be who I am. I'm gonna do what I want and not care too much about other people's opinions of who I am, truly. So
what was a tipping point for you, right? Because I get the sense, let me know if I'm wrong, like you consumed a lot of Korean like content and stuff back in the States, right? And it's like you wanted to emulate that, right? So you came here, and then it's like you kind of just fell in that role, and then you went through like, I guess, a phase, or there was a eureka moment, or epiphany, where like, you know what? Let me just embrace who I am. Like, what was the tipping point? What caused that?
I think I went home like last year August, and I went home and I came back. And when I came back, I was a little bit like off. It was off balance. Like, I don't know, being around my family and readjusting to being back here kind of messed me. I was like, I'm back here, but I love it here. I'm like, why do I feel like this? Like, I feel something is missing, and maybe I was trying too hard to fit in. And then I went home and I was like, oh, this is me.
You were reminded of who you are.
Like, what am I doing? And then I came back. Even when I came back, though, I still struggled. I remember there were times I would be with my friends, and they would just look at me like, Maya, like, Earth to Maya, like, where are you? And I would just be in my head, like, gone somewhere, like, disassociating, maybe? I don't know. Because I was not happy with what I was portraying or giving off. So, yeah.
Okay, did it have anything to do with you as a black person? Was it that part of yourself, being in like a homogenous society, that there was
I think so. There was a lack of, I don't see myself, right? Aside from those other two friends, there's only Korean people. That's the one thing that kind of, I love being here, but I wish I could see me. When I see a black girl in the streets, I'm like, sis, I just want to reach out. So yeah, I think
someone actually, I think
representation matters a lot.
Yeah? This is true. And I guess that's another thing that we could go down that road. What I was going to say before that was that someone said she needed a black people recharge, right? So I'm like, that's a good way to put it.
Yes.
Right? But you said representation, and that is another thing as well. Just like you saw, for instance, you saw that video, right, where this person was in Korea. That sparked something in you, right? And some people watch these videos as well, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I saw the video," and like, "Oh, now I'm gonna move, and now I'm on my way, and now I'm here."
Be careful.
Right? Right? What do you mean?
I don't know. I think I came here thinking that rabbit trail.
You let it out, yeah.
I had this image of moving to Korea and falling in love or something like that. So
K-drama, the influence of K-drama.
Yes, the influence. But no, I'm better. Like, I've learned to be comfortable. I think that's where I am in life right now. I'm learning to be self-sufficient and be okay with myself. Yeah.
Okay, so that's important as well, because sometimes you see certain things and you think it's a reality, but it's not. Just like, and I guess I don't even know why I'm doing this, but it's the same thing when people see black people and the negative images. They expect it to be that way, and then when they see you in person, they're like, so certain things, especially in media that's like produced and like, you know, scripted or whatever, you gotta watch stuff like that. You gotta watch out for that, right? Because it's like, is this the reality? Right? So that's important. So grain of salt, or maybe like a bucket of salt, right? When you're consuming salt.
Grain of salt.
Right, make sure. All right, just to be sure, right?
Yes.
But as I was saying again, representation, it's like when we see ourselves, right, we can aspire to it. You saw someone doing something, like, oh, you know what? Hey, maybe I could do that, right? So another black person, instead of seeing like some type of like drug dealer or whatever, right? And you see that so much, you're like, oh, that's cool. Let me try to emulate that. If you're seeing someone else doing something that's actually everyone look up to, like, oh, snap, this guy's like, or this girl is doing this. Look at that, I can do that. Something that can contribute to society, right? That can inspire someone else. So you inspire me, and then I inspire someone else, and it's like a chain reaction, and then collectively we can rise and do something. Right? So representation is extremely important.
I think there's a TED talk by Chimamanda, her name. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, I think that's her name. So she talks about stereotypes, and she says that, I love the TED talk, she talks about that the problem is not that stereotypes aren't real, it's that they are incomplete. So maybe I'm black, maybe I do like to dance, but I also like to knit or something. Like,
or read books or write,
right,
or something like that. It's the stories are not balanced, which is definitely a problem. What's the best life advice you've received overall? My
mom told me once that I need to be okay being alone.
Okay. What do you mean in terms of?
And so I had a roommate, and something happened one day, and we didn't communicate with each other, and it made me upset. I wish could tell it better.
So being like by yourself, right?
So being by myself, So maybe there was a conflict between us. And I got upset, and then I was like, Ma, I called her. She thought it was something serious, but it was literally just having a little argument with my roommate, and she was like, Maya, sometimes, you know, friends come and go, you're gonna be alone. Sometimes it's okay. I think okay now. So,
Okay.
thanks to my mom.
All right, some good lessons, all right? What about traveling? Do you think it's important that more black people travel?
I think so, because it helps people see us more, like not just the media thing, so they can see up close and personal
The reality
of who we are. And we're so diverse and creative and beautiful people, so I think please travel. We should travel more.
Yeah. All right, so where can people find you online?
My Instagram is Miya.Marie, so MIYA.MARIEE.
Okay, so guys, there you have it. Miya, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. All right, guys, you can check the description down below. You can find Miya's social media stuff, her blog, and her Instagram handle, so you can go and say hi. Right. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and remember to subscribe to this channel for weekly videos on the Black experience across the globe. Until next time, bye for now.
Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to share your story or have us visit your region, send us a message on any of our social media platforms or via our website.
That's good.